रब्बी इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वाहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली रब्बी यस्सिर वला तुअस्सिर व तम्मिम खैर. Assalamu alaikum students, I hope you all are good. So this video is basically designed for the quiz competition of Pakistan Studies and the subject code is 2059. This quiz competition is from the two chapters of geography, that is chapter number 10 trade and chapter number 11 that is transport and telecommunications. This quiz is for grade 2 term 2 unit 3. So now we are going to start our quiz. So the first question of our quiz is very simple, that is about what is trade. So as we all know that basically exchange of goods and services between different areas is known as trade, right? So the next question is what is internal trade? So internal trade is basically exchange of goods and services within a country. And what is external trade? This is exchange of goods and services with other countries. What is the flow of currency in the case of exports? So we all know that in that case foreign currency enters the country. And what is the flow of currency in imports? Foreign currency leaves the country in that case. The next question, what are the major exports of Pakistan? So at first it comes primary commodities and then the processed goods and then after that manufactured goods. What exports are under primary commodities? That is raw cotton, fruits and vegetables, leather and fish. And what exports come under processed goods? There is an example of cotton yarn. The next question, what exports come under manufactured goods? That are ready-made garments, it can be rug or carpets, they might be sports goods, surgical instruments and other example of manufactured goods. Leather products and bedding also come in this category. What difference has come in exports of primary commodities over the year? So if we talk about 1974 to 1975, then it was 48% and now it has reduced to 18% from 2011 to 2012. The next question asks, what difference has come in exports of manufactured goods over the time? So in 1974 to 1975, it was almost 39%, and in 2011 to 2012, it is about 70%. And what was the major export of Pakistan till 2012? Basically cotton products. As you all can see, different sorts of products of cottons were being exported till 2012. It was our major export, almost 50.1%. Which country is major export market of Pakistan? That is USA, almost 14.7% share it has. Name countries where Pakistani products are mainly exported. That is USA, Germany, UK, Hong Kong, UAE. What is the share of Pakistan in overall world export? It's almost 0.1%. What items are exported to USA? Carpets, rugs, surgical instruments and sports goods mainly. What items are exported to Japan? Fish and fish related products. The next question, what items are exported to Middle East countries? So basically we export spices, rice and ready-made garments, such kind of stuff to Middle East countries. What are the major imports of Pakistan? So basically food, in that could be wheat, edible oil, sugar, pulses. Then there comes machinery, synthetic fibers, fertilizers and other chemicals. And after that metals and some other metal related products. What are the three classifications of export items? So it might be capital goods, it can be consumer goods, then there comes raw material. Now raw material can be further subcategorized, like raw material can either for the capital goods, it can be either for consumer goods as well. What difference came to exports of raw material for consumer goods over the time? So it was 40% from 1974 to 1975 and it increased to about 56% in 2011 to 2012. What difference came to export of consumer goods over the time? So 23% in 1974 to 1975, and then it reduced to almost 14% in 2012. Which countries are major sources of imports for Pakistan? So Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, USA, Germany, Japan, UK. The next question asks about what is trade embargo. So basically, it's a ban or a barrier that is being imposed from the government on certain products that are being imported from the certain countries. And what is GDP? Simple is a very simple question. So this is the gross domestic product, and GNP, this is the gross national product. What is the trade route between Pakistan and China? North of Pakistan is basically linked with China through Karakoram Highway. So this is a picture that is showing the Karakoram Highway. The next question is what is trade route between Pakistan and Afghanistan? So we all know that the road between Quetta and Chaman that takes leads us to the Afghanistan. Then Khyber Pass, Kuram Pass, Khojak Pass. They are not well developed, but still connect us with Afghanistan. The next question is what is the trade route between Pakistan and Iran? So the RCT highway. So this is the RCT highway. It connects southwest of Pakistan with Iran and Turkey. What are the advantages of trade through Arabian Sea? So Arabian Sea connects us with Europe, USA, Canada, Middle East countries. What is the balance of payment? Value of exports minus value of imports. Why Pakistan has a negative balance of payment? In that case, your value of imports are more than the value of exports. So we import value added goods like capital goods or luxury items, then we are exporting less value added products, then there is a lack of quality control, the price of oil are really high, then the competition in the world market is hard. The next question is what is EPZs and its purpose? EPZ is basically export processing zone, and the products here produced are just for the purpose of exports. What sort of infrastructure is required for EPZs? So we need an adequate road transport, adequate air transport. It should be the near seaport. Consistent government policies are mandatory in that case. So we have to now enlist the main trading blocks of Pakistan. So that is SAARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation, then Economic Cooperation Organization, then Association of Southeast Asian Nations. How many states are there in European countries? So basically 27 members. What is WTO and how many members it has? So this is basically World Trade Organizations where companies gather for the trading purposes, and it has 147 members that includes Pakistan as well. What is TDAP? That is Trade Development Authority of Pakistan. And what is its function? So basically it export promotion of Pakistan, regulates trade activities in Pakistan, ensure that exports are according to the international standards. State any advantage of trade barriers. So it protect the local industry. It we rely more on self-sufficiency and improve the balance of payment. How long the Pakistan railway track extends? It's about 11,899 kilometers. How many stations are there in Pakistan in railway network? That is about 900 stations. The next question is which provinces of Pakistan have most dense railway network? So as we all know that Punjab and Sindh province has more of the plain areas, more of the demand, more of the population, so the railway network is more dense here. Why Balochistan province has less railway tracks? So as we all know that southwestern Balochistan is deprived of a rail network due to extremely difficult terrain. However, Quetta is center of rail network connected to Sindh and other parts of Balochistan. Describe the multi-gauge system of Pakistan Railway. That is broad gauge, that is about 5 feet 3 inches. Then there comes meter gauge, that is about 3 feet 3 inches. Then there comes narrow gauge, that is about 2 feet 6 inches. That is now not functional now, it's closed now. The next question is state some developments in Pakistan Railways since 1947. So the first advancement is that the replacement of steam engines with the diesel engines, and then there is introduction of Shalimar Express that connects Lahore and Karachi. Then we have now more of the repair shops. The ticketing system is digital and it's one window, and the railway track till Gwadar is improved. What are the dry ports? So basically, a custom office in the cities that are far from the seaports, where the export material is being checked and cleared to be transported to Karachi port. So it reduces the pressure, the workload on the two main ports of the Karachi. What are the advantages of dry ports? So it reduces workload at Karachi port and Port Qasim, help government in smooth collection of revenue, and hassle-free transportation for importers and exporters. It also stimulates foreign trade activities in foreign countries. How much traffic is carried by roads in Pakistan? So basically 82% of total passenger traffic and 54% of total freight traffic. The next question, what is the total network of road in Pakistan? That is 181,836 kilometers. What is N5 and where it touches? So N5 is basically it has two names, the National Highway and the Grand Trunk Road. It basically stretches 1,260 kilometers from Karachi through Lahore and Peshawar to Turkham, which is the last town on Pakistan-Afghanistan border. What is the route of Indus Highway? So it is 1,204 kilometers long and it covers the district located on the west bank of the river Indus. What is the RCD highway? It connects Karachi with Quetta over 600 kilometers away, and then it heads northwest from Karachi, crossing Balochistan, and finally it takes her to Iran and Turkey. Describe the four major sections of Pakistan motorway. So first one is M2 that connects Islamabad to Lahore. It is 339 kilometers. M1 it connects Islamabad to Peshawar. Then there comes M3 Pindi Bhattiya to Faisalabad connection, and there comes M9. It's under development that connects Karachi to Hyderabad. It's about 135 kilometers. What is PIA and when was it formed? PIA is basically, as we all know, Pakistan International Airlines. It was formed back in 1955. State some of the international routes of PIA. So it connects us with the European countries, USA, Middle East countries, Eastern and Far Eastern countries. What are the internal factors that contribute to development of air transport? Air transport is faster than road and rail transport. Inaccessible areas are made accessible in that case, and living standards of people get rise, industrialization and more urbanization. The next question is name two major seaports of Pakistan. As we all know that Kemari Port and Port Qasim. Where is Kemari Seaport located? So in Karachi to the west of Indus Delta on Arabian Sea. Where is Port Qasim Seaport located? So 20 kilometers southeast of Karachi developed at Kharo Creek. What would be the advantages of developing Gwadar port in future? So basically that would help in economic development of Balochistan province. It can be a good substitute of Kemari and Port Qasim in case of any hurdle. It can serve as an entreport for Central Asia. It can help in development of ancillary industries along with being a fish harbor. How can telecommunications promote education? It makes distance learning possible. It brings more information to people's life in their learning. What are the government plans to enhance the telecommunications in Pakistan? Widespread infrastructure required for telecommunications, developing internet centers such as cyber cafes, producing highly trained IT professionals and encouragement of software industries. So that is all about the quiz competition. Wish you all the best. Thank you.